So, good evening. We're back again, another upload. And this time, it's a player we're linked to. And yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit. Before we get into that, big up to everyone who subscribed to the channel recently. I do appreciate that. It's going really well. Road to 100K is fully on. We're on 56,000 subs. And big up to every single one of you that has subscribed. There's been loads of you recently as well, last 48, 72 hours or so. It's been absolutely mad. So keep subscribing and keep liking the video. The more likes, the better. Make sure you also follow my Instagram. Massively important. I really want to build my Insta up this year. And we're nearly on 14K. So come on, let's get that built up. Scrolling across the bottom. So make sure you follow Insta. There it is, just there. Lee Gunner 82. Big up to everyone who's followed me on Insta recently as well. But we've obviously spoken about so many players in the last couple of days that are linked to moves away. Let's talk about a player that's linked to a move to Arsenal. And we have apparently had a bid rejected of £17.2 million for Sander Berge. The Sheffield United midfielder can play CM and DM. And he is only 23. I actually thought he was a lot older than that, if I'm honest. But he is only 23 years old. And he's been riddled with injuries this season. He's been out for half the season. He come back, he played 2 games, and now he's out for the last 2 games. And I don't really know how I feel about this, if I'm honest. He's been at the club 18 months, and in 18 months for Sheffield United, he's played for a total of 32 games, which I suppose is what, just shy of a full season in 18 months. Okay, take the injuries out. He didn't get injured at all last season. This season, he's got injured. He's had surgery. He's obviously come back after a long layoff and got injured straight away. So, listen, when he is fit, he is a very good footballer. I wouldn't necessarily just be put off by the fact that he has had this big injury and he's come back and now he's injured again. Listen, it's typical Arsenal to go after a player that's injured, but try and find me a player in world football that's never had an injury. It's almost impossible to find one. So, I'm not necessarily put off by that. What I am put off by is the price tag. He has got a £35 million buyout clause, which, let's be honest, we've made this mistake before with Granit Xhaka, and that hasn't really worked out one bit, has it? And hopefully he leaves in the summer. There's a lot of reports doing the rounds. Go and check my video out, a few videos back about that one. But Sander Berge, 35 million quid, not worth that. The articles that I've just read before doing this video suggest that they'd take about 25.8 million roughly. I don't know how they get these exact figures. Maybe his agents put that out there to the media, but 25.8 million pound. But they also want 10 to 20% as a sell-on fee if we then sold him on. Now, for about 25 million quid, that might not actually be bad business. But at the same time, is he any better than what we have? And listen, he is fantastic when I see him play and he was fit last season, but so was Sheffield United. Was that just a one season hype? Because they've been relegated, they're down the bottom, they're bottom of the table, they're gone. And he's had this injury as well, which obviously hasn't helped their season because he was a vital part of a cog in their wheel last season. But I just think, like, 25 million quid, the price shouldn't necessarily equate to how good the player is, but because obviously we've seen with other players down the years, big price tag don't necessarily mean you're a great player. It just means that you've been ripped off for the player in the first place. Cheap players don't necessarily mean they're bad players. I do like this lad, but I think we can do a lot better. Real talk. I think there's players out there that maybe potentially would cost more money, but I think would do a better job. So many more players. Like I said, this guy can play DM and CM. I'd rather go for somebody like Basuma. We could have gone for Samari. He's obviously gone to Leicester. You guys can leave some comments with names of players that you would like to see in that position. He's not the only defensive stroke CM in the world. He's only 23. I want to see somebody with a little bit more experience come in as well. Obviously, he come from Genk. It's not the greatest league in the world. He did fit into the Premier League very, very well, like a duck to water, like I said. And he was very good in that midfield last season. But I'll say it again, so was Sheffield United. COVID has probably completely cocked their football club up because they didn't go out and spend hardly any money. I think they spent all their dough on Rian Brewster. I mean, come on, seriously. They didn't improve in any other area as far as I'm aware. But then obviously, as soon as you do get an injury to one of your main players or one of your better players, you're going to struggle for the rest of the season. And that's exactly what's happened to them. And it's going to take them a long time to bounce back. I don't see them coming back next season. If anything, I think they'll get relegated again. But what would you do? Would you take him 25, 26, 27 million pounds with a 10, 20% add-on when we sell him? Oh, sorry, no, that was add-ons, not sell-on fee. I'm very tired, by the way. It's 10 to 20% add-ons, not sell-on fee. What am I talking about? Jesus Christ. Can we rewind and start this again? But yes, honestly, real talk, 25.8 million pounds. I think that's over the top for somebody that's not really proven at their top level in this league. Yes, he's young, but I think we should go for somebody around the 26, 27-year-old mark. No, get 3-4 really good seasons out of somebody coming into their peak in that position, rather than going for a cheaper option. And this brings me back to what I've said in previous videos as well. Like, at the end of the day, this overhaul of our squad this summer that apparently we keep hearing about and like everyone's going mad for, but then we get linked to players that are 20 odd million pounds. We are getting linked to players that are free, like Ryan Bertrand. We are getting players like Aaron Ramsey being linked back to us. I mean, if we're going to go and do this complete overhaul this summer, I expect better than all of them players. Yeah, and me personally, I know I've probably got my head up there in the clouds. I want to see a Jack Grealish, an Yves Bissouma, a Tariq Lamptey, even a Max Aarons. They're the kind of players I want to see at this football club. You know, at the end of the day, I'm sick and tired of this club being cheapskates. We've spent an awful lot of money on Dross, and now we're trying to be cheapskates to try and steady the ship and slowly. No. Get rid of these players that are not good enough. Go and do some proper money. Yes, you might have to pay over the odds for a Grealish or even a Lamptey or an Aarons, even Bissouma. I'd pay over the odds for them because I know that they're decent footballers, man. Very, very good footballers. Tariq Lamptey and Max Aarons, I'd take either of them in a heartbeat. I'd prefer Lamptey because I think he's got a higher ceiling. But as for Bissouma, I think he'd be ideal for us. What a baller that guy is. And as for Jack Grealish, I need I say any more, he's one of the best players in the league. So that's probably why he ain't coming. But let me know your thoughts and feelings on all of that. Leave it all in the comment section down below. I can't believe I mixed up sell-on clause and buy and add-ons. I need to go to bed. But yes, listen, back again tomorrow. I'll be doing another upload when I'm up and about around lunchtime. By the time I've got up, had some breakfast and all of that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then I'll do a live stream in the afternoon. I think Man United are playing tomorrow, so I'll be back with the video calling show. But if that changes, I'll obviously keep you posted. But listen, make sure you follow these down below, especially the Instagram. Make sure you follow this one. And big up to all of you lot, mad support on this channel, man. Go and check out the other videos from the last couple of days. I'm out of here. Laters.